Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. We hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. It's that time again. Yes, it is. Let's talk about Halloween. We think it's important. Maybe you don't, but we understand. Halloween.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. As you can see, these are clips and images from last year's Halloween. We do this every year. We are the ones that actually started this out on Walking Street, and it was quite by accident long time ago. All of that being said, first off, we would like you to know a few different things. This is all about the kids. For the kids, it's about the kids. All right. Many of these children, they simply do not have access to money for a costume. Their family doesn't have the ability to dress them up, nor do they really care because it's not a traditional Philippine holiday, so to speak. All right. It's not something that you see over and over. In fact, in Arlen's province, you don't see it at all. In the better neighborhoods or in the less than socially benefited neighborhoods. Okay. That being said, all right, here it happens. And because it does happen, what do? Well, every year, and we go out and we buy a crap load of candy, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And we just can't slow it down. So, you know what? We have other people that participate. There are other people that enjoy this and they do it as well. We're not the only people. We want you to know that up front. But we also want you to know if you would like to participate, if you would like to be a part of it and how it happens, we're going to tell you about it, all right? We welcome you. Please go get candy, and we're going to tell you about what you need and where to show up and when. So it's pretty simple. First off, when it comes to candy, we don't recommend candy bars. We recommend hard candies or some of the cheaper chocolate coated candies. But the reasoning behind this is it gets hot. And because it gets hot, the stuff melts. And once it melts, it just degrades. Number two, we recommend buying candy that is self covered. In other words, you buy something, there's a pack of maybe 200 pieces, 100 pieces. Each piece is individually wrapped. Now, we recommend this for a couple of different reasons. Number one, we throw candy more than hand it out. We'll explain that. But we throw candy. And the reason we throw it, well, when you throw candy, inevitably some of it hits the ground. These kids will pick this stuff up and put it right in their mouth. Walking Street is under construction still. It is still under construction. That being said, it could be raining. We've had issues with that before where the streets were wet. Okay? Let the candy be individually wrapped. It's cleaner for the kids, it's safer. We don't hand candy, all right? We learned, in fact, you can see from one in our preview, all right, the preview clip of our channel, me being surrounded by by children, we knew that they were going to try and go in my pockets. We don't allow that anymore. We don't want to put them in that type of a position where there's a temptation for that kind of thing. All right? We don't do that. We throw the candy. We don't give them the ability to crowd us. Where? We usually, and this year we've already arranged with Lucifer, the bar Lucifer, right there on the corner, right there across from Kokomo's and across from Masquerades and Lollipop. We know the manager well. His name is Noli. We've known Noli for years. Lucifer is where we do it. We do it at Lucifer for a couple of reasons. Number one, Lucifer understands security issues and keeping the kids back so they don't become uncontrollable. Number two, Lucifer has 2 metal tables that are actually cemented into the sidewalk as a part of their property. And that's where we base ourselves out of. Show up at Lucifer's. We generally will start throwing candy between 8:30 and 9. That's when we try and get done. It's Thursday night. It's a school night. We want to try and be done with candy for the kids by no later than, say, 10 o'clock at the latest. Why is it these kids show up on Walking Street? We don't know. They could be one of many other places. And we do know that there are a couple of higher end neighborhoods. There are a couple of tightly knit neighborhoods that kids will trick or treat in, but not to the extent that they do down at Walking Street. We will end up with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids. You can see it from the previous videos. You can see it from the previous photos. All right. All of this stuff was last year, 2023. 2024 is going to be even bigger. We already have people. We already know others that are going to show up that want to be a part of it. All right. We do not discriminate against whether a kid has a costume or not. These kids, they come from working families. All right. They're not economically, they may not be economically able to go out and buy or make a costume for a one-off evening or a one-off event. And it may not make sense. Okay. Now, some of them do. Don't get me wrong. We see some of the kids come up with some very nice and ingenious costumes, but many do not. Many can't even get their faces painted and have a good time. But that should never stop them from having a good time and getting some candy. And that's important to us. It's important that they get and have a good time. You'll notice also some of the clips will tell you that they're in 4K. They are in 4K when that's all there was. This particular video is being shot in 1080, and those clips will be in 1080 or down sampled into 1080. They're not 4K. But when we shoot our video stuff for Walking Street, it is all 4K. Just wanted to get that out of the way. All right. How do we buy? Now, you may have seen a live stream that I recently did. Okay. And we don't ask for money. We don't say, send us some money, help us out, blah, blah, blah. We don't do that. All right. That is not what we do. We foot the bill completely, and we're happy to do so. But there are those people who feel like they want to, and they did. And during our live stream, we got contributions, just like sometimes we'll get contributions from a video like this. We will tell you right now, Once we take YouTube's cut out of it, once we take the taxes out of it, every penny of it gets spent on candy. In fact, right here's the receipt, all right, from the live stream. And we're not done yet. There's more candy. You'll see we'll have a video showing all the candy that we end up with on our bed as we mix it and do everything we have to do to it. So, but don't feel, don't send money. We don't need it, okay? You want to because it makes you feel great, that's fine. But we don't need it, and we're not asking for it, please, all right? That's just not the way it is. We want the kids to have a good time. We want anybody that wants to participate to come on down. Come on down to Walking Street. Introduce yourself. All right. We'll help you make sure that, security knows, hey, watch out for them. Don't let the kids rush them. Don't let the kids overpower them. Okay. You'll be in the area that we kind of use as a demarcation and everything else. So we think it's great. For those of you, and there are a few, for those of you that are going to boo-hoo and bah humbug what we do, fine. We could give a rat's ass, okay? We see the kids, we see the smiles on their faces, okay? That's all we really care about. What we don't care about is whether other people agree. Period. End of story. It's more important. The kids are more important than some asshole, cheap ass bastard saying you shouldn't do this and it's bad and blah, blah, blah. You know what? The kids have fun. It's one night a year. More power to them. Enough said. Otherwise, thank you so much. We hope you have a great day.